Welcome to my Tenet reaction and an attempt at a review.
I'm the dude.
Give me a name.
Oh, hey, the new king in town. Don't you know?
Stop kidding around and look.
Okay, so I wanted to do something different. This movie was friggin' awesome. I'm not really sure why I think it's awesome. Maybe this will help figure it out. I don't know. I watched it 3 times now. More recently, just last night, I finally got Shelly to watch it. She didn't react to it. I don't blame her. It's a long movie. It's trouble enough just sitting her down for Cobra Kai for half an hour. Anyway, this movie, Tenet, the first time I watched it, as you'll see in my reaction, I was completely lost. For a movie like this, it has a very deep plot, subplot, I should say. Just establishing the baseline of the movie, I thoroughly enjoyed watching the second time. Picking up on more of the dialogue, and then you have the thing, okay, let me slow down. The story already is kind of complex. There's a lot of gives and a lot of just assumptions to be made about the CIA. These guys are spies, and you just have to just quickly that's how they move to different locales very quickly. They have contacts in different areas. If you don't have those presumptions already and have that kind of baseline in your head, for somebody that's just trying to follow the storyline, it goes a little quickly. But I'm not saying that as it's bad or anything. I'm just saying as far as watching, first time you watch it, there's a lot to take in. The story, I won't say it's complex, but it's just there's a lot of people that get mentioned, and you have to put it right in your head. I'm a visual learner. I have to see things. Show me how to do something, watch me do it, and then let me do it again. I'm more visual as compared to somebody just telling me and me having to picture it myself. So when they threw names out there, and I thought about taking notes, but at the same time, it's a Christopher Nolan movie. I'm super excited about just watching the little stuff here and there. The subtle, specific details in the backgrounds, I'm looking for that. And I'm kind of missing on, as you'll see in my reaction, I'm missing on a lot of the dialogue that's explaining the story. My fault, completely, understandable, but at the same time, I went into this movie knowing shit was going to be messed up, and I knew I was going to be watching it again anyway. So, you'll see in my reaction, I look very confused. I might be talking over specific parts of dialogue that detail the story. If I was paying attention more, I would have been able to possibly understand the story. Even still, after watching it 3 times, we were just discussing with Shelly. I'm still confused on a lot of stuff, and I'll get on that in the review. I just wanted to touch base before my reaction. There's not a lot of commentary from me. If there is any commentary, it's me being an asshole and not paying attention to the dialogue and the story. I maybe went into it with the wrong way of thinking. I think I went into it just thinking already, I'm going to be messed with. It's Christopher Nolan. I'm going to be watching this again, so I want to say I didn't put forth the effort as far as really finding the structure of the story and the plot, which obviously gets confusing in itself. After I watched it the second time, I was like, damn, this movie's pretty awesome. And then now after watching it the third time, I was like, this is a really, really awesome movie. Whether you get it or not, like, I still don't understand parts of it, so I feel like it's not just a movie, it's a staple in your brain, and it just makes you think forever. Because there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of confusing parts, other aspects of the movie it's tough to acknowledge or take into account. Cinematography or the sound, well, the sound was phenomenal. The music, I don't know what that shit was, but it was pulsating. In these pre-action scenes, I loved it. It got so tense. Again, I don't know what the hell it was, but it was, I'll do an example of it then. I feel like for Tenet, it delivered on all cylinders. Every aspect of a movie, it delivered. If you only watched it once, I recommend watching it again. There's just little parts of dialogue you maybe missed the first time you watched it. I myself missed a lot the first time I watched it. A lot of pieces of the puzzle that I just missed. Do yourself a favor, watch it a second time or even a third time, and you're gonna really start enjoying a lot more. The other thing I want to do, probably with this reaction, I noticed myself while editing, there's a lot of parts that, again, I wasn't paying attention to or something, but then the second time I was watching, I was like, oh, I love this. What I might do is, during those scenes, I might cut to me right here, going over those scenes again. Hello, watching Tenet today. I haven't seen all of Christopher Nolan films, but I just recently watched Memento. That's another reaction. Shelly's not joining me for this one. She just wasn't in the mood. I think after I watch it, she'll probably want to watch it, so we'll see. Whatever. We're gonna get right to it. Have another review and discussion later after I let a film like this digest with me a few days. Let's get right into it. This is not a market substitute for the entire featured film. If you'd like to watch it, you can rent it on Prime, or you can just buy it. Here we go. Okay, so we started with a bang. What the fuck? Okay, so whoever that guy is in the one box, there's people around him. Okay.
We live in the twilight world.
And there are no friends at dusk.
You've been made. This siege is a blind for them to vanish you.
What?
Bring you in or kill you. I have 2 minutes. Make up your mind.
Coach out.
So is this something? Man.
Stay.
Dude. What are you doing? Who are you? Yeah, he's some kind of inside.
No friends at dusk, huh? You do. Get into the range.
Oh, fuck! Whew. Some kind of secret SWAT team?
Look away. I'll take the help. Go, 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 go. So your colleagues will be cleared by 7. It's risky. Yes. The CIA is. Almost 7. Running fast.
I feel like this being Christopher Nolan, like, that's the end right there. Or it's the beginning. Who knows?
Welcome to the afterlife. A medically induced coma while we got you out of Ukraine and rebuilt your mouth. Coma, Marvin.
So I wanted to say right here, I feel like I wasn't paying attention or something, but he totally explains what he's doing. He's assumed dead. He took the pill, and it was just a test, and here, put him out, they fixed his teeth, and now he's like a super, super spy. Okay, it's just me. Just fucking, the story's right here, just listen.
That test you passed? Not everybody does.
I know this is gonna be one, like, I can't try to sit here and decipher while it's happening. So I may not be commentating as much. Man, already fucking with it. When they do these scenes, when they cut these things together of people doing all kinds of different shit, it makes you assume it's all happening right now, or all at the same time. Again, me, instead of just listening to the dialogue, I kept seeing different scenes, and I'm thinking, okay, Christopher Nolan's trying to mess with us when this is. But no, it was just a montage of elapsed time, him getting in shape.
As I understand it, we're trying to prevent World War III.
Nuclear holocaust.
Okay.
No.
What?
Something worse.
Something worse than a nuclear holocaust.
How?
What?
It's inverted. Its entropy runs backwards, so to our eyes its movement is reversed. You have to have dropped it.
You have
How can
to.
it move before I touch it?
From the bullet's point of view, you dropped it.
The cause comes before effect.
No, that's just the way we see time.
Well,
Cause
what about free
goes-
will?
That bullet wouldn't have moved if you hadn't put your hand there. Either way, we run the tape. Don't try to understand it.
Don't try to understand it.
Okay.
What?
Why does it feel so strange?
This is when she says, don't try to understand it.
Don't try to understand it.
Don't try to understand it. Feel it. Okay. So as a viewer, it's just like, alright, don't try to understand it.
Catching it.
Not shooting a bullet, you're catching it.
I see no reason they couldn't invert pretty much anything. Now that we know what to look for, we're finding more and more inverted material.
I'll see who's on deck. Bombay yacht closing in 2 hours.
Would you take a child hostage? A woman? If I had to. Coca tonic.
Man, there's a lot of shit just moving fast.
What?
It makes you just think like I missed a whole bunch of, like
Have a
a
drink on the job. You're well informed.
whole fucking
To
chapter.
be in our profession.
And I
prefer
didn't.
soda water.
Of course, watching this back the second time, this dialogue is pretty awesome. Because Neil just knows him. He didn't do his research, but he knows him. It's pretty awesome. You're not going to pick that up the first time, but watching it again, it's just awesome. If you pick that up the first time, good for you for recalling the whole 3 hours, 2.5 hours.
I don't think bungee jumpable is a word. May not be a word, but maybe you're anywhere out of that place. Or into it, for that matter.
What? The music. What is that? Boom. Is it's like I never went to like that's just pretty sweet. It's just awesome looking. And then this. What is that? It's fucking shit. I don't know. Just, I really enjoyed it.
I was almost taken out by a very unusual type of ammunition in Ukraine. I want to know who supplied it. I'm the man they send to make deals, but I am the man people talk to.
Oh, that's the other thing. That's Denzel Washington's son. I had no idea. Even looking at his name, it says, whatever, John David Washington? I should know this. And he looks like Denzel. The thing I even say, Or I was thinking, it was like Denzel would be perfect for this part. I will say, I enjoyed him. This part he did look, he's pretty badass. And the part coming up later when he's escapes that shit, beating those guys up in the kitchen, it's pretty sweet. But I just felt, I don't know, I felt like he was just delivering his lines. And he wasn't acting? I don't know. But maybe that was just his character, and I should have just get over it. I'm not trying to be a crybaby about it. I don't know, I felt like he was surrounded by a lot of other good actors. So I don't know if that just showed how, like in that, in Hall Pass, when he, look at this, and...
It's an illusion. She's surrounded by stewed fish. Stewed fish? Okay, now watch this, man. Hot? Right? Not.
Surround yourself with the ugly girls. Make yourself look pretty. I don't know if he's just surrounded by a bunch of good actors and he's not as coming off as good. I don't know. I'm not trying to be an asshole as much as just say what I did and didn't like.
I want to know.
But again, he was pretty badass in this scene. And then she interrupts and goes in detail, and probably my reaction, I wasn't paying attention.
Tenets are important to you, and you can tell me.
That's why you have a gun to my husband's head. Sanjay, make a drink for our guest, please.
Yeah. This is your operation. He can communicate with the future.
We all do. The question is, can the future speak back?
Him reacting here.
He can communicate with the future.
He can communicate with the future? It's not for me. He can communicate with the future? Like the future? The future of the future?
Mr. Crosby's lunch.
I presume you mean Sir Michael Crosby's lunch.
Presumably.
If you follow me.
I can't tell if I like this actor or not.
They don't seem to care.
Tell me about it.
I assume you're familiar.
It doesn't sound like he's... It doesn't seem like he's acting as much as he's just saying his lines.
In the 70s, you had a population of about 200,000, thought to be abandoned.
Abandoned?
We spotted a detonation in northern Siberia, just where Stultz 12 was.
Well, how do I get to say to
Through her, of course.
Well, you may have an inflated idea of my powers of seduction.
We have an ace in the house.
You're carrying a Goya in a Harrods bag.
It's a fake by a Spaniard named Arepo.
And then this shit, let me pause. This, I don't know what that is, but okay, now there's just a lot of names. Now he's throwing out the painter's name. Then he throws out the guy's name and where he's, the place. There's a lot of information that gets thrown out. And I'm just trying to keep up. It was a lot. It was a lot. Again, the next couple times I watched it, I was watching it like full detail. My brain was encompassed in that. My brain wasn't worried about the camera and me saying commentary every once in a while. But that's why I'm doing this. I feel like I want to try to interject this shit in, bounce it around a little, see what happens. I don't know, this is new.
No offense, but in this world where someone is claiming to be a billionaire, Brooks Brothers won't cut. Save the world, then we'll balance the books. Can I recommend a tailor? I'll manage.
You must have really not liked the look of me.
There's a lot going on, and I know it's meant not to, you're not supposed to be able to follow it, but at the same time, I don't know what I'm trying to follow, if that makes any sense. This scene was pretty cool. He displays his badassism, and the thing I liked about this scene... Okay, the thing I liked about this scene, in these spy action movies that probably a lot of them I haven't seen. Now, look, I haven't seen, I'll probably watch them eventually. I've never seen any of the John Wick movies, and I like Keanu Reeves. I'm surprised I've never seen him. Yet I don't like the action stuff. I feel like a lot of movies just rely on that, the fighting sequences, and it's just, I don't know, it's just not for me. Whereas, in this sense, they needed to give us a little taste of his badassness. I don't know, badassness is a word? I don't know. Just bad fucking ass. It just cracks me up when guys go in for like a running attack, and they're always like,
always apparently.
man.
Anna says we're going to.
I feel like I might have to do another reaction video to me watching this again. Next. This movie is long. Man, I kind of wish they would have done like a series or something. I feel like they're going to do more movies. Wish they would have just done this as a series. And that way you could dissect more of the information as it goes. Like when you're watching Westworld, not to bring up another Nolan, but when you're watching Westworld, each episode you can kind of go back and really examine in itself before getting more information. I feel like they could have done that with this.
Not a free quarters.
Storage facility. So it's sort of like a transit lounge for art.
Antiquities.
See, I love this kind of shit right here. This whole recon.
Absolutely. Can you show me?
If I did, it's suffocate.
Fireproof, hydraulic presses, simple key and electronic triggers.
While lockdown.
I like those pants, Robert Pattinson. What's going on there?
Inner doors revert to factory settings.
That looks very odd.
Off the taxiway. It's real war. Start fire.
I really like their intel, how they got their intel on things, and I love this transition of the conversation. And I realized right there that they were on like a airport terminal bus or something, and he was looking at a plane and got his inspiration. He delivered. He delivered. This guy's cool. I really liked him. I can't remember. I feel like he was in.
On the west side of the Freeport. You want to crash a transport? What's the problem?
What the fuck was he in?
I
don't know. I like him. There's the music. What is that music? So this is turning into my reaction of the fourth time I'm fucking watching this movie. I can't do that. I'm just gonna go forward.
This team will work the plane.
There can't be passengers.
Bold, I'm fine with. I thought you were gonna say nuts. And if you get caught, it'll barely make the news. Well, actually, the gold bars might get some of that.
Okay.
No, I'll take an espresso. Sir?
Looks like meat, but I think that looks vegetarian. I think they both look vegetarian. I don't really know. This is, you know.
The reason he got that espresso. I mean, fuck, there's a reason for every little minute detail in these films. Why wouldn't the espresso order be fucking douchebag taking a gold bar? It's fucking sweet. I'm very curious about the production of this. It looks real. I mean, it definitely looked real. I can tell if it was like a miniature.
Still 10 seconds, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, I fucking hate watching shit like that. I hate watching water shit. People are drowning. Ugh.
Don't touch them.
What'll happen here?
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. It's about to. they were running. Robert Pattinson was running down the hall. Like they would have. See how they're going. They're going backwards. But they're.
Why are you here? Who are you?
Yo, what?
The other guy. Oh, maybe I lost my edge.
The edge is still intact.
Yeah.
There's a Cold War.
I have a lot of questions.
Moving backwards in time.
Sure, that's exactly what I meant.
I have a master's in physics and
We'll try and keep up.
the implications of this.
Okay, when they were having their fight,
I thought we'd find a drawing in a couple boxes of bullets.
it was like they were almost going in reverse.
Maximum by between, but remember to use.
And then it showed Robert Pattinson running down the hallway.
I'd rather be.
And then him running down the hallway again. Why wouldn't he be like running backwards?
Your work?
We took out the regular one, but the inverted one got away.
They're the same person. See, just been to turns time in that world.
Time stop.
A machine.
Where is this filmed? Is Monaco? Croatia?
Easy, Phil. Where I'm from, you buy me dinner first.
Just tell me if you've slept with my wife yet.
No. Not yet.
How would you like to die?
Oh.
How would you like to die? Tyrion said. Forget what the fuck he said.
In my own bed, at the age of 80, with a belly full of wine and a girl's mouth around my cock.
Pull his own balls out of his throat before he chokes.
This is how you treat all your guests?
Rest assured, instinct told me to remove it from the vault. I've always had instincts about the future.
I can't have you. No one else can.
Okay. Fuck you, buddy. Dude needs to listen to some Fabulous and Tamia.
And any dude with you, he better be a kin of you now. And I ain't jealous, it's the principle now.
Oh. That was really cool.
Coming anywhere with kids.
Look at me! Look at me! Shoot me off the boat, you're not going to shoot me in cold blood.
My blood's not cold, Andre.
No, but you're not angry yet, because anger scars over into despair.
Anger scars over to despair.
I see despair. Bitch! Bleeding off me!
Makes me want to watch Heat. The music. The music. Everything. Love that cinematography. Seeing the angle and seeing his eyes in the mirror. You can see what's happening. And then, of course, the overhead.
45 seconds.
Oh.
Transport на месте.
The mirror.
What you think?
I saw the mirror had a. Was that from before or what? The passenger side mirror had a fucking gun. Yeah. I've never been to one of them like DJ concerts where they drop the beat. I'm too old. I feel like that's what this is like. It just keeps, it's pulsating like in my. At the same time, it's just building tension to the whole scene. It's fun. Awesome with the music. Man, I don't know. I really like how they're doing the different angles. Overhead shot. It's cool as shit, man. Just cool as shit. Using the fire truck, using the ladder. Everything about this scene was just phenomenal. I'm watching it again because it's freaking awesome. Man, I wish Robert Pattinson was the main character. Just fucking smush those guys. Still moving. Pattinson killed, man. I want to see more of him and shit like this. I never watched the Twilight movies. Maybe I'll react to them someday. Probably not. I
can't understand this. It says it's like a stone. It's not a stone, man. It's backwards.
It's backwards? Yeah. I was saying earlier, why wasn't he walking backwards? And then this is where I just was like, what the fuck is happening? Still like, what the fuck? He's talking backwards. And there's a car going backwards.
What the hell is that?
But it's not traveling backwards. It's traveling forwards through the past as the past or this present is happening. So to the present, it looks like it's traveling backwards. But then this part I don't get. I still don't understand, like, how, like, so as this was... So he was driving ahead of the car? So he was driving ahead of this. So if I'm driving that...
This is a plutonium. It's worse than that, goddammit.
And then this shit, that's him later. See, so was he driving backwards? This is what I don't get. So he... Or is it that the car is inverted? Is that what it is? This would have needed to happen, like... So the wheels are moving... They're moving backwards, but they were moving forwards. Through the past. Okay, hold on. They were moving forwards through the past, the wheels. So because they were moving through the... Because they were moving forward through the past, which is the present, to the present's point of view, they're going backwards. So that would mean that she was just... When did the car start going forward? I need help. I need help.
I don't know what you're talking about. You left it in the car, not the fire truck, right?
So it already happened? It already happened. Wait, how?
Where did he go? Lost.
And then he's right there. So he went to the past. So then that's him in the car, fucking thing on.
Check this is real. 3, 2.
I'll be honest, I still don't understand. I don't want this to turn into another reaction. I just wanted to go through parts that I really liked.
Which vehicle did you leave it in? I need to know before I go out there. I already told you. You wanted her here? I hope you'll be happy. Where did he go? Lost. It's in the complex! We're going to check this is real. 3, 2, 1. Next one's a bullet to the head. 1.
She shot when I invited round.
This is ours. It's one of us.
Us? Who are these guys? Please, Carlos, at every stage, you've known too much. I'm going to ask you again.
We're running a temporal pincer movement.
What?
Pincer movement. Half his team moves forward through the event, he monitors them, and then attacks at the end moving backwards. Not everything.
Except for where I stand.
Are gonna work? Yeah. See for yourself. Here's your answer.
Let's go.
How long does she need?
4 or 5 days. A week, for sure. Something's happened. We need to save her here and now.
You'll need your own air. Regular air won't pass through the membranes of inverted lungs. Number 1 rule, don't come into contact with your forward self. It's the whole point of these barriers. Friction and wind resistance are reversed. You are inverted. The world is not.
God, I feel like I went to watch this movie like 15 times. Man.
I need to get my pulse above 130. No one's done that before. Not even my wife.
Landed first case of hypothermia from a gasoline explosion in history.
At this point, nothing surprises.
Dude.
We're headed back to Oslo. No boat to ship. You dominate. They were swimming upstream. So it saved your life. Inverted explosions pushing against the environment.
Won't that destroy them?
Let's bring us to the grandfather paradox. Back in time, King killed your own grandfather. How could you have been born to commit the act? It's a paradox. But in the future,
We use the breach. The chaos right after impact. Keep ready.
How's your arm?
Hmm. Yeah. Man, this is... Stuff's going backwards, but they're not. But then... What? What? Oh shit. That's why this fight was so badass. It was fighting himself. Yo. So at that point, Robert Pattinson was already...
You knew it was me coming out of that vault. Why didn't you say?
Any of you okay? It's happened. If I told you, you acted differently. Who knows?
What's policy?
How is my friend?
Our policy.
We're supposed to steal it. Then lose it.
Mission accomplished. As used, Gatsby.
I can't wait to watch this again.
Proceed. Tenet wasn't founded in the past. It will be founded in the future.
What?
He's intending getting his wife. Inoperable pancreatic cancer.
What?
He's taking the world with him.
He can't have it, no one can.
Yeah, that selfish fucking prick.
If we don't lift that algorithm and he kills himself, he takes us all with him.
I think I want to do 2 reactions. Movies like this, it's tough to even appreciate the cinematography and shit like that, just because you're fucking trying to grasp what the fuck is going on. As I say about cinematography.
We've been divided into 2 teams for a temporal pincer movement. We're a red team moving forward. Our friends over there, blue team, led by Commander Wheeler, are inverted. This briefing has the benefit of their experience.
What the fuck?
Hours count down from 10 from landing to 0 to the explosion. Blue team is reversed.
Jesus Christ.
Understand?
No, I don't understand. What the fuck? And is it non-stop teams? Like, what's happening? So it exploded, it didn't explode, it's about to explode? Dude.
With people you trust so little, you've told them nothing. When I die, the world dies with me.
And this guy. He said he don't want his girl. He can't have her. Nobody can. And now he's taking the world with him. If he can't have the world, nobody can. Yo, that is the most selfish fucking dude. How do you get people to be on your team? Or like on your side? That's what I don't get. I don't know, but my man, he needs to, I think I said it in my reaction, just never listen to some Fabulous and some Tamia.
Baby girl.
If she can't be, like, you want her to be happy. You can't have her, so she has to be miserable. Dude, move on with your life, bro. You got a shit ton of money. You get any fucking woman. Why do you give a shit? Seriously. Okay, you got a kid with her. You have, like, world domination. But you don't have that girl. So what?
Knowledge dies with you. Buried in the tomb by an anonymous Egyptian builder, sealed in a pyramid to keep your secret.
I'm not gonna lie, at this point I kind of wanted it to end. Even like the third time, I was like, alright, dude, quit talking. He talked for like fucking 5 minutes here. I fucking hate everybody. I'm gonna fucking die and everybody else has to fucking die too. Fuck you. I'm gonna say it again and again and again for another 5 minutes. By that time, I'm like, alright, what happened?
Our time is up.
This is the type of movie I'm gonna have to watch like 10 times.
I'm dying alone, Andre. Despair. Or anger.
See me in there again, leaving another pass in the fabric of this mission.
What? Yeah, there's the fucking little keychain.
Neil, wait! What's happened's happened. It's just an expression of faith in the mechanics of the world. It's not an excuse to do nothing. Now, you never did tell me who recruited you, Neil. Haven't you guessed by now? You did.
You, yeah.
Only not when you thought. You have a future in the past. Years ago for me, years from now for you. You'd only be years. I think this is the end of a beautiful friendship. But for me, it's just the beginning. I'm gonna get up to some stuff. You're gonna love it. You're already halfway there. I'll see you in the beginning, friend.
The fuck? Alright, there's a theory I saw. There's a theory that he is the girl's little boy. That's how far back their relationship goes. And then the other guy is Michael Caine. It would be pretty cool. You have a future in the past. So okay. If he's a little boy and he grew up to be part of this whole thing, he has a future in the past. Okay, so would his past as a little boy, when he first meets him, I'll just say he's 12 now, he first meets John David Washington, he would be old, correct? That would be fucking awesome if it's actually his dad, Denzel Washington. Like, I'm assuming they're gonna make more of these movies. Would it be awesome if it's like another one of these movies goes into his past as like a young teenager, 18 or something. He meets old Denzel Washington. He starts training him. As he's training him, at some point, It's John David Washington. I mean, well, it's him, and they just make him older. I think that'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. That'd be fucking awesome, actually, dude. Okay.
Name what they did.
I don't even know how to begin to explain this movie.
Do it before the boy comes out.
That's your idea of mercy.
Can't place 3 o'clock. Probably nothing.
I told you you'd have to start looking differently at the world.
We've both been working for me. I'm the protagonist. Listen,
Danger. No one was real. That's the boy with the real power to change the world.
Well, that was Tenet. I'm gonna have to do a fucking review after I watch it like 6 more times. Okay, couple things. Firstly, Christopher Nolan, to have this vision is just remarkable. It's absolutely awesome. Okay, a few things we're still confused about. At the end, the woman. Forgive me for not remembering her name the amount of times I watched this movie. Hell, I don't know anybody's name. The only one that knows is Neil. And Sater, the bad guy? I can't think of anybody else's name. I'm not understanding... Okay, time in general. I understand if there's different levels of time. This time exists while another time could exist carrying out the same thing. But like, that's what I'm failing to understand. So it's just a continuing story. So the woman, when she got back to the boat, okay, I might be understanding. Okay, she got back to the boat. She said she saw a woman dive off, and it was her. So now that once that first person got to the time of the other person diving off, she said when she came back, she was telling the story how when she came back to the yacht, he disappeared. But then she saw him again. But now I'm thinking, okay, she saw him again because it was him that already went back and inverted himself however many times to what she thinks is her, or what is her present. And he's already been, but his end demise is still there. She just doesn't know it until she kills him. So before she killed him, she came back to the yacht. Then she had the meeting with John David Washington at the restaurant, or before he had the painting, and then they had the meeting, and they had dinner or whatever. When was the next time she saw her husband? That would have been him from the future already. I think. That's ideally why I love this movie. A perfect CIA movie. I love the intense, pulsating music and the rhythm of it around them gaining their intel, whether, their location and him planning it. That was awesome, just seeing that kind of level of CIA or spy kind of shit. Again, I was saying before, I never really enjoy the action movies. That's why I never really got into the Marvel movies. I never read the comic books. I'm enjoying the Marvel movies a little bit. They're fun. Some of the action stuff, it just gets carried away sometimes. And when it's not carried out as properly as, like, I would mention a movie like Ronin. Or Heat.
Police, move! Move, get down.
Where the action sequence, it's not, the whole movie isn't about the action, and that's not the highlight of the movie. Get down. The highlight of the movies are the deep storylines. And the action is just like a bonus part of it. And they make the action scenes work. Whereas sometimes I feel like the Marvel, they just depend on the action scenes to get them through to the next part, a nice transition, or whatever the case may be. Favoring another overseas market. What else? I don't know. Other than that, it was just an overall cool movie. It was intriguing, it was different, it was unique, and it was not necessarily relatable, but you could grasp the relativity to it with world domination and the idea of a Cold War. Like, who knows? I don't know every weapon that's out there, but I understand that people could be fighting over some kind of weapon that I don't know exists. The dialogue, you know, closer examination was pretty awesome, and I wouldn't doubt I feel like every Christopher Nolan movie, the dialogue is just spot on, perfect, exactly what he wants. Cinematography was pretty fantastic. Really captured the essence of the action scenes. Like I said, I'm not in for the action scenes, but all the action that it entailed, like the beginning scene with going to the opera house, to the car scene, to just the quick fighting thing in the kitchen. That was all carried out, again, say perfectly, but it was pretty freaking good. There was no complaints about it. You know, there wasn't any part of it that I was like, oh, they should have done this, or should have done that. I love how the quick pacing of things, and again, one of my big things is adding music and sound and how it correlates with scenery. That really gets me and grabs my attention when I'm watching something. It really helps me capture a moment. And then when you put like other visual aspects on it, whether it's a quick moving pace and then applying it to the rhythm of the music, it really works for me. That's what I'm a fan of. I feel like it had it all from top to bottom. And again, you might not get it like I didn't get it. Oh, God, these fucking people. Whoa. Oh, I have a delivery. Nice. I'm gonna have to go get that. I'm almost done anyway. I think this movie hit all cylinders. I didn't grasp it. Obviously, I didn't grasp it in my reaction, as you can probably tell if you just watched. Jesus, again. What was the other item I went over? Okay. You would think that would come in one message, not two individual messages, but whatever. I'm trying to wrap up, but basically this movie had all of it from top to bottom. Whether I felt that way or not the first time I watched it. And I feel like a lot of people, if you did just watch it one time, do yourself a favor, just try watching it again. If anything, just watch like the first 10-15 minutes, and then you'll be like, oh, okay. It's one of a kind movie. I don't really feel like there's much like it. I mean, just as far as theme and messing with your mind, definitely movies like other Christopher Nolan movies, but it was different. It was different. I'm still trying to understand it, and I feel like I still don't understand it, so help me out. If there's anybody wanting to help, let me know what you think. Kind of beyond comprehension, the whole theme of the movie, but at the same time, I can't explain why I like it so much, so job well done. This was fun. This was actually a really awesome movie to react to. Please subscribe, please. Please leave any comments, any recommendations. Hey. Yeah, see you next time.
See you next time. See you next time.